Hi, I'm Phil from Driftworks and we're at Driftworks Limited in Birmingham. So some of the AIM products we use are the MXG dash in the Lamborghini, which is the 1.2 Strada version with the road icons. That's tied into the tyre pressure monitoring system, which is an AIM thing as well, and the GPS module, basically everything that you need for the road car side of things with this one. We also have the MXS, the slightly smaller version, again Strada road icons version in our E30 M3 track car. The E30 M3 is actually in the middle of transition to an AIM PDM, and the 10-inch dash that goes with that as well. We're just having the wiring loom made for that, which is why it's not here at the moment. So one of the fantastic things about the AIM dash on this is that we've managed to program quite a few unique things into it. So this car, with the ride height that it is and the fact that it is a road car, which does surprise a lot of people, it has a hydraulic nose lift, which is part of the original system of the original Murcielago. We've adapted it using a KW HLS system as well. But actually what we have displaying on the dash is a nose up warning on the MXG dash that tells us when that nose is up, so that we know that you can't go too fast. You also know when you've dropped it down because that warning goes off. Again, really useful for accurate GPS speed on that thing in particular. And the tyre pressure monitoring system on this again is really useful and kind of sporting a lot of the newer cars that I own with decent tyre pressure monitoring, and to be able to have a better an equal or even better system that's an aftermarket thing that I can have easily connected into my AIM dash, displaying not only the pressure but the temperature as well, and also setting up warnings for it to show if your pressure's slightly down on one of the tyres, or you've got a flat. It's really useful on a road car. It's better than the original clocks on the car because of the aftermarket ECUs controlling the engine, actually communicating with the standard clocks on a Lamborghini in particular of this era is really, really difficult. So when I was looking for dashes, I was quite concerned about how well it would integrate into the car, but also what it would actually look like. But the programmable nature of the screens on the dash, I've got it looking exactly how I want to, and I really think it quite fits with the whole vibe of the car, sort of race car, road car crossover. Everything is displayed on the pages that I want it to be, and like I say, we've set up the warnings with that car really accurately, so it tells me everything I need to know, even on a long drive. It's super easy to install this type of stuff for us. The integration to most aftermarket ECUs is really quite a plug and play thing. The wiring side of things, you have to be quite careful, but again, we're no experts, but do it all in-house and have no problem integrating it into what we've got here. It's a sign of a great company. We've had very little interaction with customer service side of things. The product itself is superb, but one of the examples that I can come up with is we needed to integrate a separate oil pressure sensor into the system, so we could back up the readings we were getting from one sensor with a second AIM sensor, and quick call to customer service. They showed us how to do that straight away, and we backed up and we checked all of our readings were accurate, and actually the AIM sensor is way more accurate than the other sensor that we were using in this system originally. I recommend AIM products to a lot of people. A lot of people who watch our YouTube channel will see me going on about it quite a lot of the time. It's such an affordable way of getting all of the information that you require in a really nice package. I come from building cars 20 years ago, especially sort of the drift cars where you'd have multiple gauges set up in the car, and the cost of all those things adds up to massive amounts if you want to display the same amount of data. Whereas you can just buy the smaller version of the AIM dashes for quite an affordable price with a few sensors and have that same sort of readings, but in a much more compact neater layout. The biggest difference for me with the AIM products, the dashes, compared to other things out there was the way it looks. It's just such a nice screen, sort of easy to read from any angle, whereas some of the stuff I've seen in the aftermarket scene, you have to be sort of kind of dead on to actually read what it's saying. You can't be outside of the car. Some of it's like super bright and but not in the right way, doesn't have the contrast. So actually the visual element and the way that you can set up everything to your taste, whether you want sort of round rev meter or whether you want a gauge, a sweeping gauge, things like that, really help me sort of tailor the car to exactly what I want. And particularly in the E30 M3 track car, you don't want to be hunting around whilst driving. You don't want to be hunting around on a screen looking for the info that you need whilst driving super fast. So being able to have it right there in front of you, or a warning pop-up that's really obvious, has been super useful to us over the years as well. So yeah, I highly recommend AIM products. I use them on a few of my cars. The most significant thing that's coming in the future for us is this integration of the AIM PDM and the 10-inch dash that's going in our A30 M3 track car, which I just can't wait to use. If it's anything like the experience I've had with the other products, it's just going to be superb. So yeah, can't wait. And as soon as I've got into it, it's given me the rear left tyre low pressure warning. So I can go onto my second screen here and see clearly that we're down 2 psi on this rear left tyre here. So that's a fantastic feature. Keeping the correct pressure in your tyres is obviously super important, particularly on a road car. So yeah, a feature like this is super useful to me. I'll just go and pump that up and then we can show you the rest of it. So I'll just stick a bit of air in this and then I can show you the nose lift. You get a start noise as well. You ready? So we're going to go. That's on quiet mode as well.
Is it?
Yeah, massively. That's quiet. So you hear the difference. That's the difference. So that's quiet. That's loud. Really, really loud. So it's great the way it shows you your peak revs for that moment. And obviously we've got the shift light set up as well at the top there. And on this car we've got the air-fuel ratio integrated into the dash as well for the left and right banks, which again is super useful for sort of base level tuning and keeping an eye on stuff. It's actually shown us an issue that we have with the car at the moment, with a slight imbalance between the two banks. So that's something that we're working on at the moment to retune basically, and we're probably going to go for a new ECU, which this dash will again be pretty easy to integrate into. So another nice feature that we've got set up on the dash is a warning when the hydraulic nose lift is up on the car. So I'm just going to send it up now. So that's the nose lift up now, and as you can see on the dash, it's got a nice warning notification here. The graceful exit.